In this video, we're going to go over how to define a function using the graphics calculator. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on New, and then I want to add a calculator, so I'm going to press 1 to add a calculator. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in the words define. And then I'm going to do a space, so using this button down here, you can click space. And then I'm going to define f of x as being equal to x squared minus, okay, so you'll notice that if I click minus, it's still putting it to the power of, so I'm going to click delete to go back. And in order to get away from this, I've got to click on this button here. So I'm going to define it as x squared minus 2x plus 5. Once I've done that, I click enter. Now the function, the calculator has saved this function as this. So now if I wanted to find the value of f when x is equal to 10, I can just write f10, I can hit enter, and it will give me the value. What this is really handy for is especially if you've got a longer type of function, like let's go and define a longer function. Let's define g of x Alright, so in this case, I've actually chosen a function that's a lot longer and pretty wild and would take us a lot of time to just simply substitute values in for x on a regular scientific calculator. So when I hit enter, this has been defined. So now if I wanted to find g of 5, let's say g of 5.56 for whatever reason, which obviously that would be very time consuming to put 5.56 here, 5.56 here, 5.56 here, and then we've got on the end here 5.56. Instead of doing all of that, I can just type it in, click on enter, and that gives me a value. So what this is handy for, this is really handy for questions like this, where you're finding the average rate of change. So you'll notice that this function here is exactly what I've already defined on the graphics calculator. So notice for my working out, what I've done is I've had to find f1 separately and I've had to find f5 separately, and then I've substituted those into this equation. A much quicker way, instead of doing this working out, like especially if we had negative numbers in here, or if this function wasn't as simple as what it is, if it was some type of cubic function, you can see how this would really speed things up and would come in handy. So what I would do to go and solve this question is I would just write f of 1, which will give me the answer of 4. Then I would do f of, what was our other one? We had 5. Sorry, we had, 5. So now I know that, all right, well, I'm just doing 20 minus 4 for the top, which is 16. And then I'm just going to do 16 divided by 4, because 5 take away 1 is 4, and that just gives me the answer here. So notice that it cuts out a lot of the working out, like we still get the same answer. And I guess if you were in the tech free part of the test, obviously you still need to know the algebra involved, but you can see how like this is a handy thing to know how to do, especially when you get more complicated functions than what we have here. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching.